It sent shockwaves through the medical community. A team of endocrine specialists at the esteemed University of Paris, France, embarked on a groundbreaking investigation into the pancreases of 755 diabetics using cutting-edge phase contrast microscopes. What they unearthed was a scene out of a garbage dump. The pancreas cloaked in a toxic blanket of microplastics and forever chemicals. These plastics originating not from within the body, but from everyday items like water bottles, home products, and food. The plastics trick your system into overproducing insulin, causing reliance on insulin shots and drugs. This discovery proves that all along diabetes was not your fault. Because no matter how well you follow your doctor's advice, until you remove the toxic blanket of plastics around your pancreas, you're only treating the effects, not the cause. In the next 4 minutes and 15 seconds, I'll show you how anyone at any age can target and eliminate the root cause of type 2 diabetes for good by waking up a dormant part of your hormonal system and unlocking its power to clean not only your pancreas, but your heart, kidneys, and brain too. By reversing type 2 diabetes within days and other complications, this solution is nothing short of miraculous. And even though it appears complex, it's completely natural, easy to use, and more affordable than your daily cup of coffee. It can be done from the comfort of your home, and results start almost immediately. It's the only tested method to stop spiking blood sugar levels for good. We've been on a quest to crack the code on diabetes treatments, and we stumbled upon something incredibly odd that seemed to escape everyone else's notice. A toxic blanket of plastic chemicals were smothering the pancreas and blocking insulin production in the sneakiest way. Imagine trying to cough with your mouth taped shut. Impossible, right? That's what these plastics are doing to the pancreas. This is something I commonly refer to as a plastic pancreas. But now that we know what's happening, we can start fixing it. We're not the only group of experts who figured out these hormone-tricking plastics are causing the pancreas to produce too much insulin by blocking signals. Harvard scientists confirmed that these plastics are the culprit behind insulin spiking out of control. Cambridge University calls these cells the biggest enemy of people with type 2 diabetes. And Oxford University pinpoints them as the real reason why type 2 diabetes just won't let go of your body. This life-changing solution has been tested on over 112,000 people and works every time. Now you're probably wondering why you didn't read about this on the front page of your favorite news. Here's the thing. For any medical breakthrough to hit the headlines, it's got to get the green light from the big guys like pharmaceutical companies, research institutes, and medical organizations. But if something like our solution could stop them from making money, they don't want people to know about it. It could turn their cash flow into a dribble and crack the case wide open for why so many Americans have type 2 diabetes. That's why we can't stay quiet about this. Not when every 17 seconds someone in the US finds out they have type 2 diabetes, and every 7 seconds someone with diabetes dies from a coma, stroke, or bad infection. And especially since we know this solution works even in the toughest cases of type 2 diabetes. Take 53-year-old Mark Ramirez, for example. He was at death's door when he tried it at 258 pounds. He had already experienced fatigue and various complications. After seeing this breakthrough research, he freed himself in less than 2 months of his type 2 diabetes. And 18 months later, he's still free. Next, Todd McMillan, 62, from New Jersey, was told there was no cure, and he had an increased risk of heart attack, stroke, and blindness. But now, after 7 weeks of treatment, he is type 2 diabetes free and says,
"My A1C went from 9.9 to 6.4, and I had the doctor take me off all the medication. I've dropped from 6.4 to 5.9 unmedicated."
And Anine Swanders from California is urging us to make this method known to everyone we can because it saved her life. It's the only treatment that worked for me and got me my life back. So please pay attention to this life-changing presentation because I don't know how long it's going to stay up. We need to spread the word fast so people can reclaim their health. Scientists admit that the miraculous power of this method lies in its triple action approach. First, it restores normal function to your pancreas. Second, it allows insulin to flow freely throughout the body. And third, it brings glucose down to healthy levels. Now, if you're feeling doubtful, I completely understand. Emotions can certainly run high, especially when you've struggled with all kinds of treatments for a long time. However, from this moment forward, a transformation awaits, and you'll reverse your type 2 diabetes. First, You'll witness a gradual decline in your glucose levels day by day. Then you'll get more energetic. Then your mental fog will lift and you'll rediscover your enthusiasm for life. And most importantly, after suffering from years of poor sleep, you'll begin to feel rested and light, and the pounds will start to melt away before your very eyes. It will be as if you became 10 years younger. In 6 weeks, you'll forget about various complications, the fatigue, the cravings, and about all the horrible side effects of the medications, and you'll regain the freedom to be healthy and embrace life again. The freedom to do whatever you want, whenever you want. The freedom to eat your favorite foods and the energy to play with your kids or grandkids. Hi there. My name is Dr. Tom Sigurdsson, and as a leading endocrinologist in New York City, I'm going to talk about the true root cause of type 2 diabetes. Trust me, it's not what you think it is. I'm also going to explain exactly why you should never rely on diet, various remedies, or other insulin regulators to reverse your type 2 diabetes. Trust me, I've seen it all, and some of it is frightening. The sad truth is many Americans choose temporary solutions while never addressing the real problem. A plastic-covered pancreas that's insulin resistant and backed up by confused hormones. Your pancreas is one of the most important systems of the body. We know this because when it stops responding to insulin, the problem spreads to nearly every area of your body, leading to symptoms like fatigue, frequent urination, dry mouth, blurred vision, and if untreated can lead to more complications like nerve damage and affecting organs like your heart, kidneys, eyes, and significantly affecting quality of life. Your pancreas can't regulate your blood sugar if your hormones are constantly bogged down dealing with toxic chemicals that cause your body's signaling to get out of whack. And if your body can't regulate your blood sugar any longer, it causes toxic accumulation and damage to nearly every cell, organ, and gland inside your body. Not to mention the mental and emotional effects on your well-being and confidence. Like most people who suffer from a broken plastic pancreas, you're probably looking for relief. That's why I'm also showing you my 7-second home hormone hack you can do each morning to practically force your pancreas back into action, allowing insulin to flow freely throughout the body and bring blood sugar, glucose down to healthy levels. So get comfortable, stick with me, and really pay attention, because this information is going to set you and your loved one free from frustrating and dangerous type 2 diabetes caused by plastic hormone imbalance issues. For good. You'll forget about the daily pricks, fatigue, the cravings, about the horrible side effects of the medications, and you'll regain the freedom to be your healthy self again. No more feeling exhausted, embarrassment, or dry mouth, and no more planning your entire day around your disease. When your pancreas can properly regulate your blood sugar, you'll begin feeling more energetic, your mind will feel sharper, and most importantly, after years of poor sleep, you'll feel rested and light, and the pounds will start to drop before your very eyes. It's as if you became 10 years younger, saying goodbye to that sluggish, low-energy feeling that plagues you throughout the day. You will start to enjoy the freedom to do whatever you want, whenever you want. The freedom to eat your favorite foods and the energy to play with your kids or grandkids for hours. My name is Tom Sigurdsson, and I've had the great fortune to be recognized as a top endocrinologist in 2018, 2019, 2020, 2021. For the last 20 years, I have specialized in the treatment of the most difficult cases of type 2 diabetes and hormone issues. I've had access to the latest cutting-edge research from prestigious institutes such as the American Diabetes Association, the Obesity Research Center, and the Harvard School of Public Health. I've helped treat celebrities, people you know by name, but also thousands of normal people. You see, my inspiration to be the best comes from a very deep and personal place. I lost my mother to diabetes, and while I've never really fully gotten over that loss, it was my single biggest inspiration to pursue a career in medicine, and most importantly, make my mom proud. I promised myself that at any cost, no matter how hard I had to study, no matter how many 14-hour days I worked, no matter how many all-nighters I spent pouring through research studies, I would contribute in some way to helping people and making a real, tangible impact on the world. I was among the very first doctors to research the link between type 2 diabetes, plastic chemicals, and obesity. I was even able to discover how endocrine disruptors, or in more simple terms, disruptive chemicals, often from plastic, can lead to weight gain and type 2 diabetes, and I'm humbled to admit I'm among a very small handful of doctors who understand this topic on a deep level. My specialty is called endocrinology, which is just a fancy way of saying hormone doctor. My entire focus is on reversing diabetes and returning blood sugar levels to non-diabetic levels. Some of my colleagues like to joke around and call me Dr. Sugar, and I know that specializing in endocrinology isn't as prestigious as a heart surgeon or a brain surgeon. And I'll certainly never be as rich and famous as those guys. That's fine. You see, because of my deep and vast experience with real-world type 2 diabetes and blood sugar imbalances people experience, I've become known for solving complicated medical mysteries. They say all roads lead to Rome. Now, I don't know if that's true or not, but most, if not all, medical mysteries in my world lead to hormone imbalances. In fact, a trip to my office is often the last stop on a long list of failed doctors with patients obese, depressed, and most of all, frustrated and on the brink of giving up. A 56-year-old man recently came to me complaining that it was impossible to reverse type 2 diabetes and that it was a sentence for life. He was on the verge of having his foot removed, the result of a minor ankle sprain. Most doctors would only treat the disease symptoms without any attempt of reversing or improving the real root cause. And when they did treat him, they would suggest metformin or other blood sugar regulating drugs. Not realizing his